Welcome, my friend. It's wonderful you have made it to the mat this morning to welcome the day. Welcome the morning sunrise with your arms and your heart wide open. May the sunrise yoga practice nurture you and bring you exactly what you need to start your day with a loving heart and smile on your face. No props are needed, so hop into something comfy, light a candle or burn some incense, setting a loving mood for yourself to welcome the morning sun, and I'll meet you seated on the mat. Alright, my friend, if you're not yet, let's make our way to the back of the mat. We'll move into our first posture right away, wide knees child's pose. Bring your big toes to kiss and knees as wide as you comfortably can. The wider your knees, the deeper the hip opening. So listen to your body. If you're experiencing anything other than a deep stretch like pain or discomfort, I'm going to bring your knees in a little closer. Tune into your body and honor how it feels. Take time in our first pose to allow your body, mind, and spirit to fully arrive with you here on the mat. Connect with your body here in this pose. Connect with your breath. Connect with how you're feeling in this moment. Let's take a side body stretch, walking your palms over to the left. You can stack right palm on top of the left to deepen the stretch. Tune into your body, into the sensations you're experiencing in this pose. And let your chest yearn towards the mat. Gently walk it back through center, taking it over to the right side. Left palm can stack on top of the right if you wish. Keep both sits bones grounded, lengthening from your left hip all the way up to your arm. Return to center. Let's bring your knees into hip width apart, and then melt your torso through center. Forehead kisses the mat. Arms extended long. Reach and extend your fingertips as long as you can. Then press down your knuckles and your fingertips into the earth. And on your exhale, we'll slowly round forward as though you're coming into cat pose. But we'll continue through rounding forward to lower your hips and then lift your heart, coming into a variation of upward facing dog with your legs on the mat. Keep your legs engaged. Lengthen your tailbone to your heels. Then let's lift your hips and sink them back to your heels for child's pose. Slow, mindful movement connecting with your body. Let's exhale to round forward, rounding through to lower your hips and lift your gaze, returning to our up dog variation. Engage your pelvic floor muscles to mindfully lift your hips and return to child's pose. Exhalation to slowly round forward, tuning into your body. Inhalation to lower your hips and lift your gaze. Heart shines bright. Exhalation to sink your hips back to your heels for child's pose. Breathe in. Last time, exhale, round forward. Inhalation, lower your hips and press yourself up. This time on your exhale, firm your lower belly up and in to slowly lower yourself to the mat. Taking a shoulder opening next, so cactus your right arm off to the side. Then your left hand comes to the mat to help press your hips to stack your left hip on top of your right. Now you can bring your top leg back behind you to help deepen the stretch, or you can stack one leg on top of the other and keep a slight bend in your knees to help prop yourself up. Choose whichever variation feels best in your body. Your left palm can press into the mat to help stay open and broad in your chest while deepening the stretch. With loving kindness, lower yourself back to the mat. We'll take Sphinx pose to help set up for our next pose. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, forearms in line with your elbows, palms to the mat, fingers spread wide. Lift up through your heart. We are taking half bow pose next, so bend into your right knee, your heel coming towards your seat. Right arm reaches up and back to clasp the front side of your ankle. On your inhale, press back in your foot to help lift and open your chest. Have the intent of keeping both your shoulders square to the front of the mat. Good work. Now with control, we'll release and return your leg and forearm to the mat for Sphinx pose, taking that shoulder opening sequence to the second side. So cactus your left arm to the side, upper arm in line with your shoulder. Right hand comes to the mat to help press yourself up, stacking one hip on top of the other. Take whichever variation with your legs best supports you, either stacking one leg on top of the other with a slight bend in your knees or bringing your top leg back behind you to deepen the stretch. Use your in-breath to breathe into the areas of tightness or tension you're feeling. Feel the in-breath expand that area, and then your exhales release some of that tightness and tension you're feeling, helping to open and clear out those cobwebs. With control, lower yourself back to the mat. Taking Sphinx pose, elbows underneath your shoulders, palms to the mat, fingers spread wide. Lift up through your heart, shoulder heads draw back, and shoulder blades squeeze in towards your spine. Tops of feet into the mat. Bend into your left knee to draw your heel towards your seat. Left arm reaches up and back to clasp the front side of your ankle. On your inhale, we'll press your foot back to help lift and open. Hug your thighs towards each other to help prevent your knee from splitting open, keeping it in line with your hip. Soften and lower your leg and your forearm to the mat for Sphinx pose. And let's slide your palms underneath your shoulders and press yourself back to child's pose. Slowly roll yourself up, bringing your fingertips behind you and lift up through your heart. Your gaze lifts, taking it into a back bend. Feel your heart shining towards the morning sun. Beautiful. Soften and return to neutral. Let's get into our toes. So tuck all 10 toes, even your pinky toes, and then return your hips to your heels. We'll interlace your fingers behind you and place them to the left hip. We'll breathe in, sitting up tall, finding your long spine. Before you exhale, lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. On your next inhale, we'll lift up to center. Breathe in, circling your fingertips to the sky, twisting at your navel. Exhale and open to the left into a twist. Breathe in, circle up to center, and exhale, twist and open to the right. Inhale, circle up to center, and exhale, lower. Taking your next stretch on the second side, interlace your fingers behind you and nestle them near your right hip. Big breath in, finding your long spine. Before you exhale, lower right ear towards right shoulder, maintaining the integrity of your long spine. On your next inhale, lift up to center. Release your fingertips and circle into the sky. And then we'll cactus your arms, elbows opening wide as you slowly lower them down. Lift your knees to come into a toe squat. And then we'll slowly lift your hips to the sky. Take your feet wider than hip width apart, preparing for Malasana. So toes out and heels in. Full breath in. And exhale, lower your hips into Malasana, hands at heart center. On your inhale, with control, lift your hips, fingertips release to the mat. And exhale, lower your hips once more, elbows pressing into your thighs to deepen the stretch. Inhale, lift your hips, fingertips to the mat, and exhale to lower your hips once more. Long spine. Inhale, lift your hips, and exhale to lower your hips, Malasana. Heart shines. Inhale to lift your hips, crown ahead towards the mat. And this time, heel toe your feet to hip width apart, feet parallel, forward fold. We'll breathe in, lift halfway, finding your flat back. Shoulder heads draw back, creating space between your shoulders and your ears. And exhale, melt chest to thighs. Take a very generous bend in both your knees so your torso rests to your thighs, and then super slowly roll up with the intent of stacking one vertebrae at a time. Once you're at the top, circle your fingertips to the sky, palms kiss, and lower prayer to heart. And shift your weight into your left foot. With control, we'll step your right foot forward, coming into high lunge. Lower fingertips to the mat. Lower back heel to the mat for low lunge. Bring your palms to your thighs and press yourself up. Let's close your eyes here. Bring your attention to your hips and allow your hips to melt into the pose, enjoying this opening in your body. Lower fingertips to frame your foot. Tuck your back toes and step your back foot to the front for forward fold. We'll breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, release forward. A big, beautiful breath in, circling those fingertips to the sky. Your palms kiss at the top and lower prayer to heart. We'll shift your weight into your left foot again to step your right foot back, coming into our high lunge pose on the second side. Lower your back knee to the mat for low lunge. Palms rest to your thighs, and we'll tune in here. Tune into the experience of your hips. Square to the front of the mat and melting into the pose. Fingertips to the mat, tuck back toes and press yourself up. Back foot steps to meet the front for forward fold. Breathe in, lift halfway, find your long spine. Exhale, soften and release. Breathe in, circle your fingertips to the sky. I got caught up here in my plants, so don't mind me. But at the top, mirroring me, take your right hand to clasp your left wrist, and then we'll reach it up and over to the right side for a side body stretch. Lift your gaze under your arm, spiral your chest open to the sky. On your inhale, lift up to center and switch our hands so your left hand clasps your opposite wrist to lift up and over to the left. Keep hips even and square as you reach away to the left side. Inhale up to center. Exhale, slowly cactus your arms down. And take a big breath in, circling your fingertips right back up. Palms kiss and lower through center. Inhale, circle back up. This time, once you're at the top and your arms are in a V shape, go ahead and pause there. And then lift your gaze up. And imagine you feel the sunshine upon your face, soaking up exactly what you need in this moment from the morning sun. Bring your palms to kiss the tops, sealing it into your aura, and bring it down to heart center. Lower your palms to your side, palms open to the front of the mat for mountain pose, feet hip width apart. Take a moment here to ground down through the soles of your feet, connecting with Mother Earth. To help further ground and connect, go ahead and shift your weight from side to side nice and slow. Take that a few times. And then take it front to back a few times. Then we'll settle into center and ground down into the earth through all four corners of your feet. Big, beautiful breath in, circling your fingertips to the sky, gathering love and light. Palms kiss, and bring out that love and light down to heart center with you. Raise prayer to your forehead, setting an intention to stay present and mindful of our thoughts, thoughts of ourselves and thoughts of others. Hands lower to prayer at your mouth, setting an intention to stay present and mindful as you nourish your body. Hands lower to prayer at your heart, setting an intention to stay present and mindful of our actions, acting in love and kindness. Before we step away, take a moment to notice how you're feeling in this moment. How do you feel about your day ahead? Sending love and light to you and all beings. Namaste. Your day is full of amazing opportunities, my friend. I hope you step off the mat and into your day with your eyes and your heart wide open. I would love to hear from you in the comments below, letting me know if you notice a difference in how you approach the day when you start with a morning yoga practice versus the days that you do not. I'll share my experience below too. If you enjoyed this practice, be sure to throw it a thumbs up and share it with others. If you have been enjoying my yoga practice, I would truly appreciate you taking a moment to subscribe to my channel to help support my work and spreading free yoga love to all. From my heart to yours.